began as a short duration discussion on the economy, because of the interest which honorable members have shown, have lasted 3 half days, and 60 honorable members have spoken during this debate. And I'm indeed grateful for the various issues that have been discussed, and certainly some concerns and questions which have been raised. I'll try to address them. So even as I begin talking about the short duration discussion held in this House, I'm tempted to start the discussion from a mention outside the House first. Interestingly, it comes from a member of this House about the economy. Shri Jairam Ramesh had mentioned that in all probability there will be a discussion, something to the extent of saying, we've been asking for these debates in the previous sessions, but the government has not been willing. We've never been hesitant about talking about the economy. In fact, every time there's been a request to discuss about issues, specific issues related to the economy or the larger one, we've always come in. I thought I'll just draw his attention, other than the usual budget discussions, budget speech discussions separate from the finance bill, we've always yielded. Economic situation in the country in November 2019 was a discussion held, and similarly prices of essential items 2nd August 2022, we had an elaborate discussion. So we've never hesitated to have discussion on the economy, and I thought I'll just sort of put that record straight, sir. Sir, I'd like to begin by speaking about how the Indian economy fares in comparison to what is happening all over the world. Honorable members are aware that our second quarter growth has been very high. It's the highest in the world, and we continuously maintain that momentum of being the fastest growing economy. During the same quarter, July to September 23, the third and the fourth largest economies of the world contracted, sir. Germany contracted by 0.4%, and Japan contracted by 2.1%. The other emerging economies, which are largely credited to be the engine of growth for the world as a whole, even emerging economies such as Vietnam grew by 5.33%, Malaysia by 3.3%, and Thailand by just about 1.5%. So when you compare all these developments around the world, and for India to have reached 7.6% in the second quarter is a very significant number that we cannot afford to miss. In just last 8 years, sir, India has become the 5th largest economy from being the 10th largest in 2014. So just in these last 8 years, we have reached the 5th largest in size. Sir, the activities are all across the economy. It's not as if one sector is doing well and on the back of that, because the temptation is to say that the services sector, particularly given the fact that the service sector in its software services and the newly coming in global capacity centers and so on, gives us the feeling, and also because the contribution of the service sector to the GDP is very high, touching almost 60%, there is a temptation to think, is this growth on the back of only one sector, whereas it's not. All sectors are growing, and growing significantly for us to notice it. So because of the Make in India program, and also because of the Prime Minister's production-linked incentive schemes, the manufacturing sector is also now significantly contributing to the economy. The manufacturing sector has registered the highest growth of 13.9% in quarter 2 of this year. Now, if that is one other point that we would like to notice. There is this emphasis that I like to place on the Purchasing Managers Index. Manufacturing number itself is 13.9% growing, but the Purchasing Managers Index in November 23 was 56, which is in the expansionary territory. Now, PMI has been in the expansionary territory for more than 29 consecutive months. So the sustained growth of manufacturing is very indicated by that. Now, again, a comparison for the manufacturing sector is comparatively, if you're looking at the major economies, including that of the United States of America, Australia, Eurozone, Brazil, China, and South Korea, they have seen a contractionary manufacturing PMI. Let's not miss this point, because all developed countries are all showing in their PMI, the Purchasing Managers Index, a contractionary terrain number. So just to highlight what I'm trying to say is, I've mentioned that 29 consecutive months we have seen the PMI in India in the expansionary territory, whereas in those countries, USA inclusive, they are in the contractionary trend. Now, I'll just read the October and November 23 numbers. For USA, it is just 50 in October, 49.4 in October, and 49.4 in November 2023. Similarly, for Canada, 48.6, 47.7. Australia, 48.2, 47.7. South Korea, 49.8, November 23 is 50. So on, everyone, in fact, the Eurozone collectively, 43.1, 44.3. So on, China's is 50.7 and 49.5. When I bring in China, I know I'm consciously bringing in, knowing that it's a larger economy, we are not matching up to them on many scores. But the index today, this is how it is. They're all in the contractionary territory, whereas we are moving forward. So overall, manufacturing. Now, what about exports? Overall exports in October 2023 rose by 9.43% year on year to US dollars 62.26 billions. So exports are also showing very clearly a sign to say that in spite of the consumption and also the demand coming down in the Western economies, our export is showing a growth. WTO halved the world's merchandise trade numbers.
Now, Telangana, where larger population of tribals are living, and it would not only cater to the people of the tribal people of Telangana, and it is a big boon for the entire the tribals in the country, and I believe the utmost priority will be given to only the tribals, unlike small percentage of reservation like how they get in the other institutes. They will get the top priority for tribals alone, and I wish many more 100% literacy. This would pave the way for 100% literacy for tribals in the country, and very soon the country would see, we have seen first time our Honorable President of India from tribal community, and we would see many more educated scientists and political leaders with this great initiative of Honorable Modi ji by setting up this Samakka Sarakka University. And I wholeheartedly support this bill. It's a wonderful bill. And as it is a part of the AP State Reorganization Act, there are some other issues which have to be settled as per the Reorganization Act. And though it is out of the place to mention this, I would request the Honorable Government of India to look into the issues as far as the AP State Reorganization is concerned. And I once again welcome this bill. Thank you, Modi sir, for giving this wonderful university to our Telangana. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Member Shri Nishikant Dubey ji.
सभापति महोदय, मैं इस बिल के समर्थन में बोलने के लिए खड़ा हुआ, लेकिन कल से जो इस सदन में डिस्कशन चल रहा है सेल्फी पॉइंट का, प्रधानमंत्री जी का, मुझे निराशा होती है सभापति महोदय, ये देश कैसा हो गया? हम किस तरह की राजनीति की बात कर रहे हैं? प्रधानमंत्री पहली बार सुनने को मिल रहा है कि वो किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का आदमी है और यदि उनके साथ कोई सेल्फी ले लेगा, उनके फोटो के साथ सेल्फी ले लेगा, तो वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता हो जाएगा। इस देश की इसी मानसिकता ने देश को गुलाम रखा सर। हम सब जब बचपन में पढ़े तो हमने बाबर को पढ़ा, अकबर को पढ़ा, सिकंदर लोधी को पढ़ा, गजनी को पढ़ा, गोरी को पढ़ा, जिसने कि हमारे देश पर आक्रमण किया, जिसने कि हमारे बहु बेटियों की इज्जत ली, उनको ग्रेट किंग के तौर पर पढ़ने में, बोलने में किसी बच्चे का दिमाग खराब नहीं होता है। लेकिन यदि वो माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के साथ फोटो खिंचा लेगा तो उसका दिमाग खराब हो जाएगा, वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता हो जाएगा। क्या इसी मानसिकता के साथ हम पार्लियामेंट में आए? माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने 15 नवंबर को बिरसा मुंडा के जयंती के दिन, बिरसा मुंडा जी ट्राइबल के भगवान हैं, पहले से है ना, आजादी के आंदोलन में बहुत बड़ा काम किया। 70 साल तक कांग्रेस का शासन रहा, वो पूरा का पूरा आदिवासी समाज जो है कांग्रेस को मदद करता रहा, सपोर्ट करता रहा। क्या आपने कभी भी 15 नवंबर को भगवान बिरसा मुंडा के जन्मदिन के दिन आदिवासियों के सम्मान की रक्षा करने के लिए कोई एक पुष्पांजलि भी अर्पित करने का काम किया? हम 15 साल से यहां पार्लियामेंट में है सर। 2014 के बाद का सिचुएशन अलग है। रूडी जी तो मेरे पहले आ गए। क्या इसके पहले किसी लोगों को पता है कि इस पार्लियामेंट बिल्डिंग में बिरसा मुंडा जी की भी प्रतिमा लगी हुई है? क्या किसी ने बिरसा मुंडा जी की प्रतिमा के ऊपर जो है माल्यार्पण किया है कभी? आप किस तरह की बात कर रहे हैं? हम तो करते ही हैं। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने प्रधानमंत्री जनमन कार्यक्रम वहां चालू किया और उसी का यह नतीजा है कि ट्राइबल यूनिवर्सिटी जो 2014 में, जब इस पार्लियामेंट में कोई कमिटमेंट होता है तो वो कमिटमेंट पूरा करने का काम सक्सेसिव गवर्नमेंट का होता है। और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी हमेशा डेमोक्रेसी में बिलीव करते हुए सोचते हैं कि जो भी कमिटमेंट हुआ है यहां पूरा हो। लेकिन 2014 के बाद ये 2023 में हम आए हैं इस बिल को लेकर। कभी इसके बारे में सोचा है कि 9 साल 10 साल कैसे लग गया? उसके पीछे एकमात्र कारण, मैंने कई एक लोगों को देखा कि इलेक्शन का समय था, आपने बोल दिया, आपने कर दिया। इलेक्शन तो खत्म हो गया ना। अब तेलंगाना में कोई इलेक्शन नहीं है ना, इस यूनिवर्सिटी से कोई इलेक्शन में वोट नहीं मिलता ना। लेकिन 9 साल इसीलिए लग गया सभापति महोदय कि राज्य सरकार जिसको की जमीन देना था उसने जमीन नहीं दिया। और जब जमीन यदि नहीं मिलेगा तो ट्राइबल यूनिवर्सिटी हो या इस भारत का संविधान संसद बनाना हो, नहीं मिल सकता है। मैं केवल 2-3 शब्दों में अपनी बात पूरी करना चाहता हूं और इस सदन के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कि मैं जिस राज्य में पैदा हुआ, जहां मेरे पूर्वज हैं, जहां मेरे मां पिताजी रहते हैं, एक बड़ा राज्य है सर, अशोका द ग्रेट। धर्म की यदि बात करें तो बुद्धिज्म, जैनिज्म, सिखिज्म, ये तीनों धर्म जो है वहीं उसी बिहार से निकले। लेकिन कितने लोगों ने बुद्ध की भूमि देखी है? कितने लोगों ने जैन की भूमि देखी है? कितने लोगों ने सिख की भूमि देखी है? कितने लोगों ने पुष्यमित्र शुंग का नाम सुना है सर? द ग्रेट किंग पुष्यमित्र शुंग। अशोका डायनेस्टी के बाद यदि किसी ने इस देश को इकट्ठा किया, क्या हमने बच्चों को पढ़ाया है? कितने लोगों ने चोल वंश को देखा? यदि कंबोडिया जाइए, सिंगापुर जाइए, बैंकॉक जाइए तो आपको लगेगा कि ये चोला डायनेस्टी का जो है इतना बड़ा। लेकिन नॉर्थ में, साउथ में, पॉलिटिक्स में, हिंदू में, मुस्लिम में, बौद्ध में, जैन में ऐसा हमने बांट दिया कि हमको बाबर याद आ रहा है, अकबर याद आ रहा है, लेकिन चोला डायनेस्टी याद नहीं आ रही, पुष्यमित्र शुंग याद नहीं आ रहे हैं, अशोका द ग्रेट याद नहीं आ रहे हैं। और यही एक पीड़ा है सर। मैं जिस गांव में पैदा हुआ, मैं अपनी बात, जिस चीज के लिए मैं खड़ा हुआ, 2-3 बातें मैं बोलना चाहता था। एक तो माननीय मंत्री जी, आपसे आग्रह होगा कि यहां ड्रॉप आउट की बहुत चर्चा हुई है। जहां तक मेरी जानकारी है कि ड्रॉप आउट जो बच्चे हैं, या तो उनको अच्छी नौकरी लग गई है या एक कॉलेज छोड़कर वो दूसरे कॉलेज में चले गए हैं। तो मुझे लगता है कि एक कमेटी बनानी चाहिए सरकार को और ये देखनी चाहिए कि ये ड्रॉप आउट जो बच्चे हैं, बेसिकली वो ड्रॉप आउट होके वो घर में बैठ रहे हैं या वो कहीं नौकरी पा रहे हैं, जिससे कि ड्रॉप आउट का जो ये डिस्कशन है वो खत्म हो। मैं केवल एक छोटे से लिमिटेड पॉइंट के लिए खड़ा हुआ था सर। मेरा गांव विक्रमशिला है। यहां रूडी जी बोल रहे थे, कल मैंने उनको आग्रह किया था कि आप गए हैं विक्रमशिला विश्वविद्यालय के बारे में बोलिए। मैंने कांग्रेस के भी वक्ता को सुना, सभी कहते हैं कि नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी बहुत बड़ा, ठीक है, नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी से मेरी कोई परेशानी नहीं है सर, लेकिन नालंदा यूनिवर्सिटी से बड़ा विश्वविद्यालय मेरे गांव का विश्वविद्यालय विक्रमशिला विश्वविद्यालय, और वहां जो एएसआई का बोर्ड लगा हुआ है, आर्कियोलॉजिकल सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया, वो ये कहता है कि 6वीं और 7वीं शताब्दी में नालंदा विश्वविद्यालय को, मैं नहीं कह रहा हूं सर, भारत सरकार का आर्कियोलॉजिकल सर्वे ऑफ इंडिया कह रहा है कि 6वीं और 7वीं शताब्दी में नालंदा विश्वविद्यालय का कोर्स विक्रमशिला विश्वविद्यालय गाइड करता था। वो ओरिजिनल यूनिवर्सिटी थी। विक्रमशिला विश्वविद्यालय वो है जिसने कि इस दुनिया को, मार्क माई वर्ड, इस दुनिया को पहला वाइस चांसलर दिया, भगवान अतीश दीपांकर, जिन्होंने दलाई लामा पंथ की स्थापना की। विक्रमशिला विश्वविद्यालय उसी साल जला, क्योंकि प्रेमचंद्रन जी से भी निराशा हुई, वो कह रहे थे कि हम 200 विश्वविद्यालय में नहीं है, तो क्या हो गया? आज गूगल का हेड कौन है? आज माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का हेड कौन है? सुंदर पिचाई कौन है? सत्य नडेला कौन है? हमारे लोग जो है देश की इकोनॉमी में, दुनिया की इकोनॉमी में आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। आपको यह क्यों परेशानी हो? यदि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी मेक इन इंडिया कहते हैं, वो वोकल फॉर लोकल की बात करते हैं, तो आपके अपने ऊपर प्राइड होना चाहिए कि हमारे बच्चे यदि 200 यूनिवर्सिटी में नहीं है तो भी वो आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। उस विक्रमशिला विश्वविद्यालय के लिए प्रधानमंत्री पैकेज में 2015 में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने 400 करोड़ रुपया दिया 2015 में। बस कंक्लूड करूंगा सर, लेकिन आज तक पिछले 9 साल से बिहार सरकार ने वहां लैंड नहीं दिया है। मेरा आपके माध्यम से आग्रह है कि बिहार सरकार के ऊपर प्रेशर क्रिएट करिए, दुनिया को विक्रमशिला के बारे में बताइए कि वो विक्रमशिला विश्वविद्यालय वो है, जब 1189 में विक्रमशिला विश्वविद्यालय को बख्तियार खिलजी जला रहा था, वही ऐसा साल है जब ऑक्सफोर्ड यूनिवर्सिटी बन रहा है। हमारी सभ्यता, संस्कृति, विचार और विश्वविद्यालय इतने बड़े थे कि वेस्ट हमारा मुकाबला नहीं कर सकता है, और इसीलिए विक्रमशिला विश्वविद्यालय को रिस्टोर करिए। आपने मुझे मौका दिया। इन्हीं शब्दों के साथ जय हिंद, जय भारत।
थैंक यू। प्लीज श्री राम मोहन नायडू जी, श्री राम मोहन नायडू, श्री राम मोहन नायडू।
Thank you, Chairman, sir, for giving me the opportunity to speak. First of all, on behalf of
Yes.
on behalf of Telugu Desam Party, I would like to wholeheartedly support these Central Universities Amendment Bill 2023, sir, which facilitates in setting up of Sammakka Sarakka Central Tribal University in the state of Telangana. Sir, even after the bifurcation of the two states, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, no matter how the political parties conversed with each other, the people of both the states have always maintained brotherhood, have always maintained love, peace and harmony between each other, sir. Maintaining that spirit, I would like to mention in this August House that Andhra will be the first state which is happy when something good is happening in the state of Telangana. And considering that bringing the tribal university to the state of Telangana is a very happy issue for the state of Andhra Pradesh also, sir. And considering the tribals also, it is high time that the governments also take responsibility in giving them the social, economic and political representation that is duly required for them. And how do you address all these three different sectors which are very important for a community or a group is by providing them education, sir. Education is the primal weapon which can give you that kind of boost which is required in the society, and definitely this university is going to help them achieve that, sir. On top of that, it is also important for us to study the art, literature, culture and also the customs of the tribal population also. Today, when the whole world, especially the planet, is we are all looking towards the environment and climate and also the nature, sir. And we are looking at it very, very strongly. And no matter how much we say that the tribals are very innocent, the tribals are very backward, we are on the verge of a revolution where we are going to adapt more and more of the customs that the tribals have been following. It is definitely going to come, sir. That revolution is going to come. And the central universities that we are talking about regarding the tribal, I think they have a very distinct and important role to play in this kind of revolution. So definitely the studying of these art, culture and customs is also very, very important as indicated by the bill also, sir. But why exactly are we discussing this bill right now is because of the AP Reorganization Act, which dedicates 2 universities, one for Telangana and one for Andhra Pradesh. Telangana we are currently discussing. I would like to go into brief history regarding the Central Tribal University for Andhra Pradesh also. When Telugu Desam Party was in power and Chandrababu Naidu was the chief minister in the state, from 2014, we have been strongly pursuing with the central government for establishing the tribal university in the state, sir. And also, Uttarandhra has the most tribal population in Andhra Pradesh, so we wanted to establish in Vijayanagaram district. We have catered 525 acres. The state government took the responsibility of building the compound wall also, spending 10 crore rupees. And then we have been strongly pursuing the state central government at that time. And in 2018, the central government has brought the bill also. But just because we are on the verge of elections and it was the end of the 16th Lok Sabha, the bill lapsed. But the central government keeping their commitment intact, after coming back, it was the Modi Sarkar which came back in the central government also. In July 2019, they bring back the bill. We passed the bill in this very house, sir. And once the bill is passed, we know that the site is also ready in Vijayanagaram. But the present state government, which is there in the Andhra Pradesh, they have a very strange way of working. They work on political vindictiveness, sir. Whatever the previous government, whatever decision they have taken, they don't want to communicate, they don't want to continue, or they don't want to go forward on any of those decisions. So just because the land was given during the TDP's rule, they went back on the decision and they sat on the decision, sir. They wanted to change the land. Yes. But how much time have they taken? 4 years, sir. July 2019, the bill gets passed in the parliament. And the foundation stone for that university gets laid in August 2023. The Honorable Minister has himself come and laid the foundation stone. If so much time is being taken, once the bill is passed to lay the foundation stone only, when are we going to see these universities as realities? When are the students actually going to see a physical campus there, go sit there and study? So this is my question to the central government, that to speed up this activity of setting up the Central Tribal University in Andhra Pradesh also. I know that this has been because of the delay of the present government in handing over the land, but it's a very strange behavior that I'm seeing, sir. Usually in these kind of issues, sir, I'll finish in 1 minute. In these kind of issues, the state government is the active pursuer. They run after the central government that we are giving the land, why don't you set it up, why don't you give money? But this time we are seeing, sir, central government has sanctioned 823 crores. For phase 1, they have given 400 crores. And they are pursuing with the state government, please give us land, we want to set up tribal university for Andhra Pradesh. So with this attitude only, sir, please speed it up. Please ensure that, because we don't have any confidence on the state government that they are going to actively pursue on this. So even though we are sitting in opposition, we want to strongly fight for the rights of Andhra Pradesh. So please establish this as soon as possible. And you also know, sir, according to the AP Reorganization Act, we have other institutions also. IIM in Visakhapatnam, IIT in Tadepalli Gudem, and also NIT is also there, sir. NIT, there is no dedicated director also right now. There is an in-charge director. And there is some staff deficiencies also in all these institutions. Getting the bill passed in this house is half job done, sir. Seeing it as reality, having the right curriculum, having the right staff, maintaining full-fledged infrastructure at these campuses is when the job will be fully done. So I request the central government to ensure that they walk the talk and complete all these institutions in time, sir, because we are into the final year of completion of AP Reorganization Act. The Act has given only 10 years to complete all these things, but so many issues are pending. So central government has the prime responsibility in completing this, sir. The HRD ministry, whatever comes under his ambit, we request once again on behalf of the states that they ensure that everything is completed on time and as it has been decided, sir. Thank you very much for the time.
Thank you. All members, Shri Vaidyalingan.
Thank you, sir. Honorable Speaker, sir. So I want to thank the central government to set up a tribal university in Telangana. It will be very helpful to develop the tribal people in the education sector. At the same time, the central government should assure some reservation for the tribal people of the concerned states. Normally, central government not having any reservation for the mother state or the concerned area states. So like in Pondicherry, there is a central university is there. In central university, there is the only university in Pondicherry. There is no state university. At the same time, there is no reservation for the Pondicherry students. Not only for Pondicherry students, it is attached with the Andaman Nicobar Islands. There is no specific reservation for the Andaman, Pondicherry and Andaman students. So it is the very purpose of the university is totally defeated because the local people not developed for this purpose. The same thing, if you develop the tribal university in the concerned area, so we must assure some reservation for it. You can see in the Ladakh, we started a separate university in the Ladakh, but at the same time, there is no reservation